Sean Ruggiero, welcome to the Annuity Minute. As I always say, if you want to give yourself a significant pay raise, you need to learn how to sell annuities. You've already got the license for it. You don't have to buy any new leads. And the people you sit down with on a daily or weekly basis or through telecommunications, those are the people that you can help. So let's talk today about understanding bear markets. This is critical, and this is very important for people who are heading into retirement. Let's talk about bear markets and how annuities can help you protect or defend against bear markets. So what is a bear market? All right. If we look at this graph here, this is from 1942. I'm going to use 1957. Why is that a significant date? Well, the S&P 500 has been around since like 1928. The S&P, it was the 100. In 1957, it expanded to 500. So let's stick with that. Since 1957 through 2003, there have been 13 bear markets. What is a bear market? You might be asking. A bear market, and think of this, bears are vicious, violent, nasty, they can attack. A bear market is when the market comes from its previous high point down in succession for a 20% loss or higher. And oftentimes it is higher, much higher. So if we take 13 bear markets over the course of 66 years, you're talking about a bear market every 5 to 6 years. Now, there's no methodology that says it's going to be every 5 to 6 years on the screws, but on average, it's been every 5 to 6 years. So if we have people in retirement who have too much of their retirement portfolio, and hear me on that, too much of their retirement portfolio or all of their retirement portfolio in equities, then they could be experiencing these significant losses, 20% or even more, at any given time during the retirement. So here's the reasons why that is concerning for your clients. First of all, the longer you live, the more likely you are to run into a bear market. If you're sitting down with someone who has some chronic illnesses and they're 78 years old, maybe they're not quite as worried. But if you're sitting down with someone who's 65, taking care of themselves, exercising, traveling, they're going to live a long time. Their chances of intersecting a bear market is almost for sure, maybe multiple bear markets. Secondly, if you lose money, how will you gain or earn it back? Now think about that. Talk to your clients about that. When we're working, we're putting money into our retirement account. We're not taking it out. Furthermore, if the market goes down, you could argue that's a good thing because that $1,000 a month or whatever it is I'm putting in is now garnering me more shares of those funds. But once we retire, what are we doing? Are we still putting money in? No, we're taking it out. So how are we going to make up for it? If you lost 20, 30% of your portfolio, are you going to go back in the job market? Probably not. So that's a concern. If you lose the money, it's very hard to get back after you retire. And then forget a 20, 30, 40% loss. What about just a 10% loss? What does that look like? See, people can viscerally feel that. If I asked, say, my father-in-law, who worked at Boeing for 40 years, and he collected about $1 million, he was very frugal, into his retirement account. I said a 10% loss, just a 10%, is $100,000. How many years did it take you to save up $100,000? How long could you live in retirement with $100,000? If you had to spend that $100,000 rather than just vaporizing in the market, what would you spend it on? When you ask your clients those questions, it really gets them thinking. Like I said, it's viscerally effective in making sure that they're thinking about this in a serious way because retirement is very serious. So, my recommendation, don't be an ostrich, right? Ostriches stick their head in the sand. Don't be an ostrich. If you've lived, I'm going to give you an analogy. If you live where a hurricane has struck every 5 or 6 years, maybe somewhere on the coast of Florida, wouldn't it be foolish not to protect your house? Wouldn't it be foolish not to prepare for a hurricane? It would be absolutely asinine. But if we look at the same analogy when we compare it to the market, if we have a bear market every 5 to 6 years, then why wouldn't you do the same for your retirement? Why wouldn't you protect it and help prevent when that hurricane comes, when that bear market comes, how it affects you negatively? What's the solution? We've talked about annuities for income, but what about an annuity for safe accumulation, right? For guaranteed no market loss accumulation. It's called a 2-bucket strategy. One bucket holds your equities, the other bucket, and it could be a smaller bucket, holds your fixed index annuity. Hey, maybe 3 years in a row, this bucket's doing great, you can take money out of there. But then we have a bear market, you can take money out of there. Continue Rinse and repeat the process, and you will have a safe retirement and you will be protected against bear markets. So, if you have any scenarios, please log into your agent portal, click on the Ask a Specialist, and let the experts help you out. They'll walk you through the entire process. It costs you nothing. And if you want more training like this, if you want to get really good at selling annuities so you can help people out, please click the link below.